Hey guys, today I'm doing a tutorial for one of my subscribers. Her name is Connie. She messaged me and was asking me about different colors and what I thought would be good for her skin tone and other issues going on. And I had initially intended for this to kind of be a private video for her, but then I started thinking that maybe other people would like to see it. The whole basis for this video is around a color here called La Di Da. It's from Paula Dorf, and it's a purpley gray color, and Connie bought this color on my advice. So I wanted to do a video for her just showing her how to use the color and what it looked like. So for any of you interested in watching this just basic tutorial, keep watching, it's coming right up. Okay guys, what you want to do is start with your favorite primer, and I used Painterly from MAC, the paint pot. Then I started off with this color here. It's kind of like a yellow, off-white yellow frosty type color. This is what it looks like, and this is in a YSL palette that I actually just got from one of my subscribers, Amy. Her and I did a swap back and forth and kind of just gave each other things that we weren't using anymore. So what I did was I put that all over my lid. What I'm going to do now is use this color here from Paula Dorf. It's called La Di Da, and it's a beautiful gray purple color. And I'm going to use my flat brush here and just push the brush into the color. Now this color is so pigmented, it doesn't take much. And basically what we're doing is keeping this color to the outside of the lid. And we're just going to keep pushing that color in, getting it a good impact. Then also putting it along the lash line. And then what we're going to do is, if I can find my brush, we're going to blend as we go. So place some color and then blend it out. Don't go above the crease, just keep it all concentrated here on the lid. After you have that good and blended, we're going to go ahead and use a gray tone this time, and I'm going to use this color here from MAC. It's called Bough Gray, and this is one of the colors that I got from the CCO last weekend. So I'm just going to use that same flat brush, push the brush into the gray. You don't want too much. And then just take it right above your crease. And if you have deep set eyes, you know where your crease is. And then use your fluffy brush to just lightly blend it. Not really taking the gray into the purple. And we're also not going too heavy with the color either. It's just supposed to be like just a slightly noticeable difference, but not too much. Okay, now what you want to do is use a pencil brush, something like this, and put it back into that La Di Da color. And what we're going to do is just apply the color right here to the outer corner. And only go about a quarter of the way. So a quarter of the way is about right to here. Halfway would be right under where the pupil of your eye is. So if you look at yourself in the mirror, look at your pupil, that is about halfway, okay? And then about to the outer edge of your eye, right about here, the color part, that's about 3/4 of the way. So when I say a quarter of the way, I usually mean if you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and you look at the outer part of your eyeball where the color begins, that is about a quarter. The pupil is half, and then right to the inner edge of your iris, I can't remember what that's called, but right to here is about 3/4 of the way. So a quarter, a half, 3/4. So we're only going to go about a quarter of the way in with this color. And then just slightly bring it up onto the top top lash line here. And then I'm just going to slightly blend that. Now what you're going to do is use your pencil brush, wipe that one off or use a different one if you have it, and then we're going to use this color here. It's called Phloof, right here. And we're going to run some of that right in here. You can mix some, I'm going to mix these two colors here. This one is Phloof and this one is Dazzelight. I'm going to mix those two together and just bring that from the inner tear duct and meet it up with that purple. Okay, now what I'm going to do is curl my lashes and use some black mascara. And I'm just going to use a slight amount on my lower lashes, but I'm going to do both upper and lower. Okay, what you want to do now is take a flesh-toned eyeliner, and I'm going to use my MAC Chromagraphic pencil. For those of you interested, it is NW25/NC30. And for those of you who don't know, this is a multi-use pencil, which means you can use it on your eyes, your lips. You could use it as a concealer if you want to, or a base. So I'm just going to run some of that right here along the lower lash line. Now what I'm going to do now really isn't recommended because I've yet to find a liner that won't transfer, but this drives me crazy. So what I'm going to do is use a little bit of black, and I have this Cargo pencil in black. It's number 82. And I'm basically just going to put a little bit of that black right here, because what I hate is right where my lashes lift. If you look at yourself in the mirror, the high point of your eyelashes that come up, sometimes you can see the fleshy part of your upper waterline, and I absolutely hate that. But what ends up happening is if you put too much, the black color that you apply to the upper waterline will transfer to the lower waterline, and it doesn't look good. So that's why I just put the slightest amount just to kind of hide that fleshy part of my upper waterline, because I hate seeing it. Okay, so basically we are done. I wanted to give you guys another tip. This really isn't recommended either, and everybody always tells you not to do it. But if you're careful, once your lashes kind of dry, you can just curl them slightly again. But you have to be careful, because if you pull, you can rip your lashes out. So you can see that gave me even more of a lift with my lashes. So occasionally I will do that too. So we are all done. Connie, I hope this is helpful for you. I really hope that you love this color. For those of you watching, Connie is one of my subscribers, and she was asking me what colors I thought would look good for her skin type and some issues that she has. And I just think this is the most beautiful color. It's from Paula Dorf. And like I said earlier, it's kind of a purple-gray tone. It's just absolutely beautiful. So Connie, I think that grays and purples like this, nothing, you know, not purples that are too crazy. I would not recommend, let's see if I can find it here. I wouldn't recommend colors like this or maybe this one here. But you could definitely pull off darker colors like this. And this is a beautiful color as well. This one here and then that one also. And then don't be afraid to use blues. If you want me to do a tutorial using blues, I'll do that for you as well. But I think if you try to use the correctors for the redness, you'll be able to go back to using the browns that you love so much. So, but here is what it looks like. A little bit of gray and some grayish purple tone. On my cheeks, I just have a little bit of this Laura Geller blush, which I got again in the swap. It's called Apricot Berry. On my lips, I have Eastend Snob lip liner from Rimmel, which looks like this. And then I have over that a little bit of my Elizabeth Arden Tropical Lip Gloss. And that's it, you guys. So I hope you guys like this. If you're looking for a good color for I mean, I think this would look good on just about anybody. Look into getting this. It's called La Di Da from Paula Dorf. It's a beautiful color. It's a little bit pricey, but you do get a lot of product. There's 3 grams in here, which is a lot. Considering the MAC, you get 1.5 grams. So these are $11. This was $21. So do the math. Alright, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.